Are you looking to buy a land right here in the city of Enugu? Here are some basic things you need to know before buying any land right here in Enugu. All right, so many people have tried to buy land without proper knowledge and understanding of how to buy land, and either they got scammed at the ending or they didn't get the best out of buying land right here in Enugu. So on this video, I'm going to be telling you 3 things you need to know before buying land right here in Enugu. All right, and the first thing you need to know is that after you pay for the land, that is not all. There are other extra expenses you need to consider and prepare for while buying a land right here in Enugu. All right, so after you pay for the land, you need to pay for agency fee, which is usually 5 to 10% of the principal sum of amount. All right, so an agency fee is an additional expense you need to pay when buying a land right here in Enugu. All right, the second thing you need to know is that there's an extra fee called documentation fee. Now, a documentation fee is also an expense you need to prepare for while also preparing to buy your land, because when you pay for your land, you're going to pay for documents. All right, and this fee is not constant. It usually varies according to the land you're buying and the location. All right, and the third expense you need to prepare for when trying to buy a land is also what we call developmental fee. This is another fee that you're going to pay after you've paid for your land. You're going to pay a developmental fee, which is also very required, and the prices are not static. It varies from one property to another property, and also one location to another location. All right, and now the second thing you need to know when trying to buy land right here in Enugu is the fact that when you buy a land and you're issued a receipt is not a document. All right, a receipt is just a proof that you sent money for that land to secure that land for yourself. But what you actually need to ask for is a document. Now, a right document is actually what protects your land, what secures your land, and also shows you the transfer, the legal transfer of ownership from who sold the land to you, the buyer. All right, from a seller to a buyer, basically. So a document is what actually secures your peace of mind. Now, the third thing that you need to know when buying a land right here in Enugu is that you need to understand the different land sizes right here in Enugu. So when trying to buy a land in Enugu, you should know that the plot sizes in Enugu is relatively different from various parts of Nigeria. Now, if you've bought land in other parts of Nigeria, when it comes to Enugu, you need to understand what a plot of land right here is before you can successfully buy land right here. And I want to let you know that a plot of land in Enugu starts from 450 square meters and above. So you can have 450, 460, 500, 510, up to 1000 and above square meters, and it's also measured in 50 by 100 feet right here. This is the standard unit of measurement right here in Enugu, which I can assure you is different from Lagos and Abuja and every other part. All right, so with this, I want you to understand that when trying to buy a land in Enugu, there's some certain things you need to know other than just paying for your land, which are some of these things I've mentioned in this video. So by now, I know you know how to buy differently in case you're starting out to buy a property or a land right here in the city of Enugu. So if you're ready to buy and acquire your next property, land or house right here in the city of Enugu, you can call us on the number showing on your screen today, and I'll be right here, able and willing as professionals to guide you through, to educate you, and provide you with adequate listings that fit your budget today. So we're waiting for your call today. See you on the next video.